Hello and welcome to the OVO installation tutorial. We will be demonstrating the proper assembly of our OVO system step by step. Please complete each chapter before moving on to the next without skipping ahead. Also, make sure you have a partner to lend you a helping hand. Let's get started. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the labeled packages, tools, and parts provided. Check to make sure each package contains the items indicated on the front of the panel. Put on your safety gear, which includes vest, steel-toe boots, gloves, and safety glasses. Let's begin. To assemble the pedestal base, you will need packet number 1 for this section. Make sure the feet are attached to the bottom of the legs. If they are not, refer to the install guide handbook for further details. Attach the pedestal left and right legs to the pedestal lower section using 3 bolts for each side. Fasten the bolts. You may need to readjust the bolts so that both the legs fit flush to the lower pedestal section. There are 8 golden feet at the bottom of the pedestal base. Take the M14 Allen wrench and bubble level to calibrate the pedestal base by adjusting the height of the 8 golden feet. Calibrate with the level on the top of all 3 sections, the left leg, the pedestal lower section, and then the right leg to ensure the bubble is balanced in the center. Insert the pedestal middle section into the lower section. Make sure the middle section is the correct side up by ensuring the cutout holes in the back are on the bottom. Insert 7 screws to the lower middle pedestal. Insert the monitor post, whole side down, into the square opening on the left leg. Locate the L-leg push pin in packet number 3 and insert it to the bottom of the monitor post and left pedestal leg. Slide the monitor support arm over the top of the monitor post and the pedestal middle section. Use the level to calibrate on the top of the monitor support arm. Secure the monitor support arm to the monitor post using the 2 screws from packet number 4. Add the pedestal upper section to the top of the pedestal middle section. You may need to use the mallet to make sure that all 3 pieces fit flush together. Insert 7 screws to the middle upper pedestal from packet number 2. Secure the wall mount to the pedestal upper section using the screws in packet number 5. The arms from the computer cabinet will arrive securely zip-tied during transportation. Do not remove the zip ties until the computer cabinet is properly installed. Team lift the computer cabinet assembly and hook the top cradle bar into the cradle. Note, the front part of the cabinet will likely need to be higher than the rear of the cabinet when hooking onto the cradle. With packet number 6, secure the computer cabinet to the wall mount by using 3 screws on either side. The longer screws go on the top and bottom, while the shorter screws go in the middle. Slide the large halo over both mechanical arms and into position on the bottom side of the front of the cabinet. Find the 8-socket cap screws and tighten them. Connect the power cable. Connect the camera arm to the main arm by sliding the bottom of the main arm into the camera arm. Secure using the screws from packet number 8. Connect the motors, camera, trigger, and light bar power cables. Depending on which country, make sure to use the appropriate OVIOTech power converter. Attach the TV mount bracket to the back of the TV using 4 screws from packet number 7. Looking at it from the front of the screen, the top of the monitor should be facing the left. Lift the monitor and the mount and slide it over to the monitor post until it is resting flush to the supporting arm. The monitor is secured to the post by inserting the 2 remaining screws from packet number 7 into the holes on the monitor mount sleeve. Hook the backdrop onto the mounting knobs located on the backdrop arm. Clip the small halo with its power cable on the end with the single clip. Connect the power cable. The wiring harness contains 2 HDMIs, USB, network cable, e-stop connector, and power cable. These wires will be plugged into the connector hub. Refer to the installation guide for instructions on threading. The e-stop will be located on the technician stand. The power cable and HDMI from the subject monitor are threaded down the center pedestal area. Once the cables are connected properly, you may neatly organize the bundles using cable wrap. Check the 2 level indicators, one near the halo lights and the other on the camera arm. Make sure the bubbles are centered. If the bubbles aren't centered, first raise or lower the feet on the pedestal legs by using the large Allen wrench. If the computer cabinet needs adjusting, loosen the screws on the side of the cabinet. Have another individual raise the front of the cabinet until the bubble is centered on the level and tighten the screws. A small correction may be necessary to account for the arm settling slightly when released. Now we're going to calibrate the imaging and overhead camera. Attach a plumb bob to the centering camera. Use the knob to secure it to the lens adapter. Loosen the thumb nut and pull on the twine to lengthen or shorten the plumb line until it barely clears the floor but is hanging free. Once the plumb bob is properly in place, secure it by tightening the thumb nut. Mark the spot as true center using a piece of visible tape. The OVIO software on the technician monitor will show you if the plumb line is aligned to the yellow vertical grid line on the imaging camera. If the alignment needs to be adjusted, find the single screw under the camera lens. Loosen the screw and adjust right or left to align the plumb line to the yellow vertical grid line. Retighten the screw when finished and remove the plumb bob. After checking the imaging camera alignment, the next step is to check the alignment of the overhead camera. The true center spot marked with a piece of visible tape should appear centered with a cross in the middle of the rectangle. For top camera calibration from anywhere in the software, click on the Settings tab, and then select Top Camera Settings. The X calibration will move the cross horizontally to the left or right. The Y calibration will move the cross vertically up or down. Hold the left button down on the mouse and drag left to move to the X and Y axis until the cross is on the true center spot. Click Save when finished. After adjusting the X and Y axis points, place the mat on the floor and align the dot in the center of the logo to the center of the cross on the monitor. Align the points on the white brackets to the points of the rectangle. You've now completed the installation process of the OVIO system. If you have any trouble or questions regarding the process, please refer to the install guide handbook or email us at support@ovio360.com.